this week on the internet is where I cover all the topics I missed during the week. And first up, we have the Among Us animated series. And no, I am not joking. I heard rumors about this becoming a thing when Among Us was extremely popular, and I am iffy on this working or not. Among Us had its time, and it's kinda over. And since this is an animated series, it's gonna have multiple episodes. And I don't know anyone who would really watch multiple episodes of Among Us. I could totally be underestimating how many people want this series though. I am basing this opinion off the fact that I know a lot of streamers and YouTubers who played Among Us, and we all think at this point Among Us is ironically funny, which is to say it's not actually funny, it's just funny because it shouldn't be. So if this was a movie, I am sure we'd all see it because it would be funny. But an animated series, that's a big ask. They also have some of the most interesting casting I've seen in a while. Not that any of these people are a bad choice at all. I just kind of expected Chris Pratt to play something. And this video is sponsored by Upside. Upside is a free app that allows you to get cash back on all your daily needs. You can use it at gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores. And the cash back you earn is actually cash. You can deposit it in your bank account, PayPal, or buy gift cards if you want to. I personally use Upside for gas and occasionally some restaurants because why wouldn't I want to earn cash back for gas I was already going to buy? And viewers who sign up and redeem an offer will automatically be entered into a daily giveaway for the next 30 days for a chance to win a prize or $1,000. So you get to earn cash back and you get a chance at winning a giveaway. This is kind of a no-brainer. The app is available on desktop, iOS, and Android for US users. And to sign up, you just download Upside, create an account, view nearby cashback offers, then tap claim on the one you want, shop as usual, and pay with a link credit card or debit card. And once you earn cashback, simply just cash out with your preferred method. And Upside is hired by the merchants they work with, and they get paid for marketing their business on the app, and then you get a cut of their earnings. That is how you earn the cashback if you are curious. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description to start saving money on your everyday purchases with Upside, and get a chance to win a $1,000 prize daily for the next 30 days. Act now because this is limited time, and the sooner you start, the better your chances. So start using Upside today. And the winners for the giveaway are randomly picked at midnight Pacific Standard Time. Thank you, Upside, for sponsoring the video, and let's get back into it. Next up, we have TikTok, which officially has to either sell or be banned in the United States. My take is probably different to a lot of people. I think it's more or less fair, given the fact that every tech company we have here in the US is banned in China, but for even worse reasons. They're banned because China doesn't want anyone in the country to see outside the world, if they can help it. That's why they have a great firewall. And of course, there are people with VPNs in China who bypass this firewall, and I am sure it is also a national security related thing for China. But still, I don't have much sympathy for TikTok, and I do understand that TikTok creators definitely don't agree with me, which I completely understand. It sucks if you made a living off the app. I also want to clear some stuff up about this bill. This bill is targeting TikTok. A lot of people are talking about this bill like it's going to destroy the internet as we know it, which just isn't true. The bill specifically says foreign adversary, so this can't apply to US companies whatsoever. And let's say hypothetically in 10 years or so, a new president wanted a different app ban. The president would have to make a public determination and proposal, then submit a public report to Congress no less than 30 days of the determination, and then have to lay out all the national security concerns. I really just don't see this being abused, especially since ByteDance and TikTok are named specifically in the bill. And also, this bill would not make it illegal to have TikTok on your phone. It'd be illegal for Google or Apple to distribute TikTok. And I understand that TikTok is playing damage control with this email they sent saying your First Amendment rights are under attack, which is a clown world statement from the company that resides in China. The president of that country banned Winnie the Pooh because people made fun of him. That is not an exaggeration. And I'm not set in stone on this take. I just think overall it makes sense. But I will say, if the US is so concerned with our data privacy, they should probably ban data brokers too. That'd be great. And still in TikTok news, everyone wants to buy TikTok. This guy from Shark Tank wants to buy it. Rumble wants to buy it. Bobby Kotick, the ex-CEO of Activision, wants to buy it. Everyone wants to buy it. Unfortunately for them, if they did buy TikTok, it'd probably just be a name. ByteDance is extremely proud of this algorithm for TikTok. It is extremely addictive, which means it's good. It is so good that TikTok became one of the biggest players basically overnight. I doubt they just give that up. On top of that, Shark Tank guy Kevin O'Leary made a good point and a bad point at the same time.
And so the buyer, including me, would have to guarantee that the servers are now nexused in the United States. The code was rewritten to scrape out the back door to China.
Yes, TikTok could have backdoors in the software. That is not a crazy idea. But it's not as easy as just rewriting the code. There's a reason they are proud of this algorithm. It's because it's not easy to make. Even YouTube, who is the king of algorithms in the United States, cannot replicate TikTok's algorithm. I am sure YouTube will get there at some point because they have a lot more experience, but their experience was tailored towards long form. So it is a learning process for them. But thinking you could just buy it and rewrite the code, yeah, that's not gonna play out well. Maybe it really is that easy, but the way he talks about technology sounds like Elon Musk, and we all know he doesn't know what he's talking about. Remember guys, full self-driving 2017. It's just around the corner. In positive news, Coyote versus Acme might might still release. I made a video about this movie a while ago and how Warner Brothers was just gonna delete it. Even though it's basically finished, they wanted to delete it for a tax write-off. But a lot's happened since then. Mainly, people demanded the movie and someone leaked the script. And everyone who read the script says it's good. And I'm not gonna read it because it's too long. But I am gonna take their word for it. But I do hope this movie comes out as a fan of animation. It looks great, but it is best to have a healthy amount of skepticism because it is Warner Brothers. They have canceled so many things recently. And in candy news, MrBeast sold out Feastable bars. That's it. That's the whole story. And next up, we have my favorite game at the moment, Helldivers 2. But this time, it's really about IGN calling this game pay to win. I know this is probably bait. And congratulations, I took it. I am going to defend the only live service game to release in recent years that doesn't try to price gouge the player for every little thing. Arrowhead Studios, the developers of Helldivers 2, have added a premium banner that gives you honestly some lackluster gear, and that's it. That is why IGN is calling this game pay to win. And first of all, the premium banners in this game are extremely easy to unlock just by playing the game. You can literally find premium currencies in missions. Name another game that does that, because I can't think of any. So yeah, stupid IGN article, not a fan. In more gaming news, we had the Spider-Man multiplayer trailer that got leaked, which I can't show you because it's down. And even if I had it downloaded, I couldn't show you because this video would get taken down. But I promise you, it was a very cool trailer. And since Sony can't stop leaking things, the PS5 Pro is also apparently leaked. It's supposedly going to come out in the holiday season of 2024, and it should have 45% more power than the current console. And a bunch of other specs you and I really don't care about, let's be honest. I still think that this thing is a bad idea. I really can't see that many people going out to buy a PS5 Pro because there is no point. The current PS5 barely has any games, and it says it'll support 8K in the future. That's cool and all, but who has an 8K TV? 4K TVs just became somewhat common. We are nowhere near people buying 8K TVs. I really just don't see the market for this at all. People who have the PS5 are probably happy with it, and if it's more expensive than the PS5, why would anyone buy it? Even if this replaces the PS5, I don't think it's gonna make a difference. And I guess you could argue the same thing for the PS4. Like, why would someone buy a PS4 Pro if they have a PS4? But I would also say the PS4 was actually lackluster. The hardware kind of sucked. The PS5 has pretty decent hardware. As someone who plays their games at 1440p at over 120 FPS, the PS5 doesn't bother me. And trust me, if the console was lackluster, it would bother me. The Switch still bothers me. The PS4 also bothered me. The Xbox One, I never used it because it's bad. I just really don't see the average person being like, I need this. Maybe I'm wrong though. Maybe 8K is the selling feature. In some car news, the Ioniq 5N has officially been revealed. It is a 641 horsepower electric hatchback. I already like the Ioniq 5, at least the way it looks because I have not driven one, but I have heard good things. I'm also a big fan of the colors they chose because I am tired of cars just having white or black paint, but this thing is not cheap. It starts at $67,000. This probably doesn't even really compete with anything in the market currently, so it might sell well. You could say the Model Y is its competition, but I feel like someone who likes cars would pick this over a Model Y any day. I do hope it's successful because I like the car, but at the same time, expensive. Next up, we have Apple being very un-Apple-like recently. Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple, has promised investors they will break new ground with generative AI. And I'm very curious what this means, because Apple generally plays it really safe. If there's any new feature for a phone, they let everyone else test it first. Even software features that they could add at any point. So it is weird for them to be jumping into AI, an unproven technology that's still buggy, and all they said was generative AI, which could be a lot of different things. But this is very un-Apple-like. It's weird. In airplane news, Boeing is bad. Like, really bad. First off, their former quality control manager, John Barnett, who worked there for decades, was found dead after testifying against Boeing, which is scary. They also said the audio recording of the cockpit when the door blew off that Boeing plane was overwritten, which almost never happens. If you go to the wiki of unrecoverable flight logs, there are only 9 instances of these recordings being overwritten since 1971, 6 of which are Boeing planes, all of them after an incident, and most of the other ones that had unrecoverable data crashed or blew up. So yeah, it's a little weird that Boeing seems to have a problem with overwritten data. And realistically, there's a small chance this is actually a fluke. I just think that's really unlikely, especially with modern technology. A lot of these were older. And since they're being sued for this exact incident, I have a really hard time thinking this data just disappeared. Alaska Airlines has also put all the blame on Boeing, and the EU said they'll pull their aviation approval if needed. It's just not looking good for Boeing. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like and subscribe. New follow me on Twitter @spatnz. One click answer, check out more of my content, and have a good one.